Good evening and welcome to the weekly news digest. I'm Diana Idris, bringing you the key moments that define this week. Our team of dedicated journalists at Otyrar TV has been working tirelessly to keep you informed. Kazakhstan faces surge in complaints over substandard training services. Majority of Shymkent asphalt plants fail to meet quality standards. Surge in snake encounters alarms Shymkent residents. Fast food advertising linked to rising childhood obesity rates. High-value cargo disappearance uncovers corruption in Kazakhstan's transport sector. Shymkent unveils futuristic multimedia fountain. National Bank of Kazakhstan proposes blocking suspicious transfer to combat fraud. Scandal at Shymkent boarding school. Parents fear for special needs children's future. Shymkent restores iconic clock tower at railway station. Shymkent to hold last bell ceremony on May 23rd. Kazakhstan is witnessing a growing number of complaints from citizens regarding the quality of training programs, coaching sessions, and seminars. Participants report that many of these offerings fail to meet expectations, often lacking in substance and practical value. The dissatisfaction stems from various issues, including unqualified trainers, vague course content, and high fees that do not correspond to the quality of instruction provided. Consumers feel misled by promotional materials that promise significant personal or professional development but deliver little in terms of actionable skills or knowledge. This trend has raised concerns about the regulation of the self-improvement and professional development industry in Kazakhstan. Observers suggest that without proper oversight, the proliferation of such programs may continue to exploit individuals seeking genuine growth opportunities. As the demand for personal and professional development remains high, there is a pressing need for mechanisms to ensure the credibility and effectiveness of training services offered to the public. In Shymkent, a recent inspection by the National Center for Quality of Road Assets has exposed serious deficiencies at the city's asphalt concrete production facilities. Out of 18 asphalt plants surveyed, only 5 were deemed capable of producing asphalt that meets established quality standards. The remaining 13 plants have been flagged as unprepared and have received official orders to rectify their shortcomings. The inspection was initiated under the directive of Deputy Akim of Shymkent, Quvanish Asilov, as part of broader efforts to enhance the reliability of road construction projects in the region. According to material engineer Yerlan Turibayev, the technical condition of the asphalt mixing equipment as well as the quality of raw materials used plays a decisive role in the performance and durability of road surfaces. Plants that fail to adhere to technical standards risk producing substandard asphalt, which can lead to rapid road deterioration, increased maintenance costs, and safety hazards for motorists. Officials note that the inability of most plants to produce quality asphalt could significantly affect upcoming infrastructure projects, especially ahead of the intensive summer construction season. These findings have raised concerns about oversight in the sector, with calls for more stringent regulation and monitoring to ensure only compliant producers are allowed to supply materials for public roadworks. In response, the authorities are pushing for swift corrective measures, warning that non-compliant plants may face operational suspensions if improvements aren't made properly. The situation underscores the critical need for quality control and infrastructure development to prevent long-term financial and safety repercussions. Shymkent is experiencing a notable increase in snake sightings and related emergency calls. Since the beginning of the year, rescue teams have responded to 25 incidents involving snakes, a significant rise compared to 16 cases during the same period last year. These reptiles are not only appearing in gardens, but have also been found in garages, storage rooms, and even vehicles. Rescue officials advise that upon encountering a snake, individuals should evacuate the area, secure the premises to prevent the snake's escape, and contact emergency services. Captured snakes are typically relocated to areas far from human settlements. While most snakes encountered are non-venomous, the presence of venomous species like vipers poses serious health risks. This year, a child suffered a viper bite but has since been discharged from the hospital. Viper venom can cause severe tissue damage, disrupt blood clotting, and lead to significant swelling, making prompt medical attention crucial. Medical professionals emphasize the importance of immediate treatment following a snake bite. Symptoms such as redness, swelling, numbness, convulsions, or excessive sweating and salivation require urgent care. First aid measures include immobilizing the affected limb, disinfecting the wound, applying a sterile bandage, and transporting the victim to a medical facility as quickly as possible. Experts note that snakes rarely initiate attacks. Bites usually occur when the reptiles are accidentally provoked. Residents are advised to maintain a safe distance upon spotting a snake and to avoid any actions that might disturb it. A recent international study presented at the European Congress on Obesity has highlighted the significant impact of fast food advertising on children's eating behaviors. The research involved 240 children and adolescents aged 7 to 15 who were exposed to advertisements for products high in fat, sugar, or salt. Findings revealed that even brief exposure to such ads led to a notable increase in calorie consumption among participants. Professor Emma Boylan, the study's lead author, emphasized that short-term exposure to unhealthy food advertisements can elevate children's calorie intake to levels that may contribute to weight gain over time. She also noted that brand advertising, which currently lacks global restrictions, plays a role in promoting overeating. Health professionals are calling for a revaluation of advertising policies to protect children from marketing strategies that influence their dietary choices. Dietitian nutritionist Louisa Altenbeek pointed out that fast food advertisements often employ colorful imagery and cartoon characters to create positive associations, thereby masking the product's harmful effects. Psychologist Akmaral Abdikerimova highlighted the importance of early childhood in developing eating habits. She stressed that children are likely to adopt the dietary patterns they observe at home. Therefore, consistent parental behavior and a healthy family environment are crucial in fostering proper nutritional attitudes in children. Experts agree that merely instructing children to eat healthily is insufficient if adults do not model these behaviors themselves. They advocate for a comprehensive approach that includes responsible advertising, parental guidance, and supportive home environments to combat the growing issue of childhood obesity. A significant corruption scandal has emerged in Kazakhstan following the disappearance of mining equipment valued at 400 million tenge. The equipment was reportedly lost during transit, leading to an investigation that has implicated several officials in the transport sector. The incident has prompted disciplinary actions against multiple individuals, including the removal of certain officials from their positions. Authorities are continuing to investigate the matter to determine the full extent of the misconduct and to identify all parties involved. This case highlights ongoing challenges in ensuring transparency and accountability within Kazakhstan's transportation and logistics industries. The government has stated its commitment to addressing corruption and implementing measures to prevent similar incidents in the future. Shymkent has introduced a new multimedia fountain in the Shymkent City Park, marking a significant addition to the city's urban landscape. This state-of-the-art installation combines water, light and sound to create an immersive evening spectacle. Equipped with laser lighting and video projection technologies, the fountain operates in the evenings, offering residents and visitors a captivating visual and auditory experience. The fountain's design aligns with high multimedia standards, transforming it into more than just a water feature. It becomes a dynamic performance of light, sound, and movement. Future enhancements are planned to further elevate its technical capabilities. Conceived as both a visual landmark and a communal space, the fountain aims to serve as a cozy area for family outings and cultural activities. This initiative reflects Shymkent's commitment to developing a modern and comfortable urban environment. The National Bank of Kazakhstan has proposed granting banks the authority to temporarily block suspicious money transfers for up to 24 hours. The initiative aims to protect citizens from telephone scams and other types of financial fraud. Under the proposal, if a bank suspects that a customer is making a transfer under the influence of fraudsters, the transaction may be paused. In such cases, the client could be invited to a bank branch, potentially accompanied by a relative, to confirm that the decision was made voluntarily. This proposal follows the work of the National Bank's Anti-Fraud Center, which over a 6-month period prevented more than 12,000 fraudulent cases and blocked suspicious transactions totaling nearly 1.5 billion tenge. Common fraud schemes include phone scams, fake investment opportunities, and deceptive messages sent via messaging apps. While the proposed measures have drawn criticism from some legal experts and consumer advocates who argue that the process may cause inconvenience for honest customers, the National Bank maintains that the plan is necessary to increase the security of financial operations. If implemented, this system would enable banks to react quickly to potential fraud and reduce risks to consumers. A controversy has erupted at a boarding school number 2 in the Tolabi district of Shymkent as parents of children with special needs expressed alarm over a sudden review process initiated by a special commission. The commission, sitting a routine evaluation, has been assessing students and reassigning some to mainstream schools, raising concerns among families about the well-being and educational prospects of their children. The institution, which has served children with various diagnoses for over 60 years, is reportedly under threat of closure. Parents argue that the Commission's actions disregard the unique needs of their children, some of whom have thrived only within the specialized environment the boarding school provides. One mother, Aliya Osibek, shared her experience of attempting to enroll her son in a regular school where he struggled emotionally and socially. Since returning to the boarding school, he has made significant progress learning to speak, eat independently, and interact with peers. Another parent, Ayolum Kanibek Kaza, who raises her daughter with mental disabilities alone, questioned how her children could cope in a standard educational setting. She emphasized that the boarding school is the only place where her daughter feels accepted and safe. Susanna Yuldasheva, mother of a child with cerebral palsy, criticized the Commission's approach, noting that even children who have already been assessed are now required to obtain additional documentation from psychiatric institutions. She expressed concerns that such measures could hinder access to general medical care. When approached for comment, Commission representative Gulnur Islampoza stated that their goal is to evaluate the children's abilities and determine the most suitable educational environment. She mentioned that children with minor speech impairments are being directed to regular schools in accordance with the law, and denied that any students had been officially excluded. However, parents presented documents indicating that decisions for exclusion had already been made, marking an unprecedented mass reassessment of the students' statuses. This situation has left families anxious about the future of their children and the potential loss of a vital support system. Shymkent's prominent four-faced clock tower, situated as a central roundabout near the city's railway station, has been restored to full functionality. The restoration, funded by private sponsors, included the installation of reliable cis-made oblong components to ensure precision and durability. Originally installed in 2012, the clock tower features a design with tall columns and sculptures of a horse, camel, fish, and a peacock at its base, symbolizing Shymkent's historical significance along the Great Silk Road. Over the years, the clock faced multiple malfunctions due to power fluctuations and mechanical failures, often requiring parts sourced from Russia. In 2021, during a prolonged repair period, its dials were temporarily covered with the city's logo. After a brief return to operation in August 2022, the clock ceased functioning again. As of now, it stands as the only public clock in Shymkent, serving both as a timepiece and a notable city landmark. Shymkent has scheduled its last annual last bell ceremony for May 23, 2025, marking the conclusion of the academic year for graduating students. The city's Department of Education selected this date from the Ministry of Education's proposed options of May 23 or 24. On this day, a unified class session titled Bölümü Otanıma, My Homeland's Knowledge, will be conducted for students in grades 1 through 10, while special celebratory events are planned for graduates. This year, over 15,000 11th grade and over 24,000 9th grade students are graduating from Shymkent's 280 schools. Notably, the number of 11th grade graduates has increased by nearly 20% compared to the previous year. Among them, over 1,000 students are candidates for diplomas with distinctions, and 670 are vying for the prestigious Altın Bilgi Award. In line with safety protocols, authorities have prohibited extravagant celebrations, including car processions, banquets, and off-site gatherings. Law enforcement will conduct patrols on May 24 and 25th to ensure compliance. Parents found violating these regulations may face administrative penalties. The official presentation of diplomas is scheduled between June 12 and 15, following the completion of final examinations and the United National testing. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and goodbye.